We're back once again beside the St. Lawrence River here in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The event first moved to a variant of this track back in 1978. It was won by none other than Gilles Villeneuve, the first Canadian to ever win his home race, and in whose honour the circuit would be renamed. If you want flat-out racing, you've come to the right place this weekend, as it's full throttle for 59% of this 2.7-mile circuit, peaking at around 210 miles per hour going into the final chicane. But that speed requires discipline, and there are more than a few close walls here just waiting to punish drivers with a heavy right foot. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Let's talk about Korhonen. As with all the drivers at this level, they have a lot of ambition, but Formula One's a daunting step up from any other series, so expectations are high right from the start.
And this is something that has ended the career of many a young driver, as that leap up to Formula One proves to be too much. But luckily in this case, I'd say they're doing a good, solid job, and the risk the team took in signing them is definitely starting to pay off.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas, Korhonen, Perez, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg and Romain Grosjean, Ocon, Sainz, Charles Leclerc and Magnussen, Van Dorn, Stroll, Fernando Alonso and Brendan Hartley. Sirotkin and Pierre Gasly rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Time penalty for that last incident. You should have some space going into the first corner, so try to keep it tidy. Start was okay, now stay alert for threats around you. Lined out front wing, it'll need replacing if it takes too much damage. Okay, clear. easy. In P3, Vettel is ahead of you. The gap is less than a second. They're on fresh hypersofts. Raikkonen behind. They're on fresh hypersofts. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Just 3 laps to go now. 3 laps. P3, Hamilton is ahead of you. Less than a second separate you. They're on fresh hypersofts. Raikkonen is behind you. They're on fresh hypersofts. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Green flag. Charles in P10 at the moment. Difference is 9.3 seconds. They're on fresh hypersofts. The time last lap was a 1 minute 18.2. P1, Hamilton behind. Our gap behind is 1.9 seconds. They're on fresh hypersofts. This is your final lap of the race. Gap to the car behind is 3.2 seconds. Superb driving. That's the race win.
Brilliant stuff from Sauber today. What a superb victory. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
So, here they come out now onto the podium after a thrilling Grand Prix. It just goes to show what a strong position the sport is in, that these independent teams can be so competitive. What a superb victory from the Sauber team. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Korhonen increases their championship lead. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Korhonen. They did a great job at getting the most out of their tyres without losing pace, something that's a very handy skill to have in modern-day Formula One.
On to the constructors then. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.
great work out there today. How do you think it went? It doesn't get much better than a win at this track, does it? You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you? Another podium. You must be getting used to it up there. Would you say that your rival is still on your level? Appreciate your time.